I've finally done it. For the last few weeks here, I've been installing and updating a new computer here at the studio, and I've been diving into the world of OBS, setting up a way to capture not only my voice in the room, but the complete workings of my mastering chain. And it has been a headache. But having said that, it's all done, and I think I'm ready to make some good mastering videos. As a mastering engineer, content creation is not my main focus at all. I'm very busy mastering music and cutting records, but I'm really passionate about sharing what I do to help people learn and hopefully demystify the art of mastering. Mastering is often seen as this mysterious final step in music production, the dark art, that only a select few really understand. And I think that disconnect can make musicians and producers feel like mastering either isn't worth it or it's out of reach for the average band. But the truth is, mastering is actually fairly simple. It's not easy, but it is simple. And by showing you my process, I'm hoping to give you a better understanding of what mastering actually is and why it's so crucial. So whether you're a budding audio engineer, a self-producing musician, or even a working professional just wanting to fill in some gaps in your knowledge, I'm here to help. There's so much misinformation out there on YouTube, online forums, and even being taught at universities. And I've been seeing advice getting shared that's theoretical at best, and in some cases just completely impractical for real world work. So what I want to share isn't just theory or secondhand knowledge, it's actual working practice from someone who does this every day. And my hope is to give aspiring engineers and musicians something real that they can use and trust. For me, mastering is all about connection between the artist, the song, the master and the audience, and it's all about getting the artist's vision over the line. Now, this hasn't been easy, but it's totally worth it so that I can finally record myself talking. I can show you the untouched mix, then I can show you the digital prep that I do to that, then I can show you my analog processing, and then I can even show you the final end stage digital clipping and limiting. So we'll be able to flip through all of these different stages of the mastering process, and I'll be able to show you exactly what I'm doing, and you'll be able to hear every step of the way. And this isn't about showing off gear for the sake of it or revealing these secret tips that work every time. It's about giving context and clarity to the decisions we make as mastering engineers. And moving forward, it's not just the technical side of mastering that I want to share and talk about, but also the mindset behind it. Something that has taken me a long time to learn is that all the gear and the plugins in the world won't make you a great mastering engineer. Your mindset is by far the most important thing to work on and to get right. So I really want to dive into approach, the importance of communication, and the physical, mental, and emotional aspects of producing music to get the best results we can. And let's not forget the ever-changing landscape of the music industry. As someone who works with a lot of amazing and independent artists and labels, I've got a lot of opinions on the state of the music industry and a lot of thoughts and a lot of ideas about how musicians today can grow their fan bases, make more money, and really connect with their audiences. Ultimately, I believe that by sharing this process, I can help build trust, not just with me as an engineer, but build trust with the mastering process itself. And I really want people to feel empowered to ask questions, get in touch with me and understand how this final step that is mastering serves their music. So enough of me just talking, let's show you exactly what I mean when I talk about showing every step of the mastering process. So you can see me talk here in my studio. My outboard's down here. You can't see too much of it now, but I've managed to rig up a phone up here. And so you can now see all of my mastering gear. Up here is my dangerous liaison. This is like a patch bay, and this is what connects to my converters that come in and out of the computer. And then connected to this is all this different bits of outboard. So I've got a huge big valve compressor here, EQs, a clean transparent compressor, more EQs. But the important thing is really that I can show you exactly what I'm doing with this gear. And usually it's very subtle. I'm doing very small moves, but this can impart quite a lot of tone. And I'm usually doing the bulk of my mastering duties out with this stuff, and then I'm doing other stuff in the computer as well. So as well as all this outboard, we can also have a look at Studio One. And this is where I do all my mastering. And I'll just give you a super quick overview, but I have a mix up here on the top. This is my reference channel. This audio just goes straight out of here through my converters to my speakers with nothing in the way. So I'm hearing the mix exactly as it is. Then I have a mix that is being worked on. So this top one is just for me to keep referencing. So whilst I'm in the middle of mastering, I might want to go back and just hear the completely dry mix with none of my processing on it. This channel is something that is the mix that I'll be working on. Now I might add some a little bit of EQ or do some processing on the mix before it goes out to the analog chain. This channel is what's captured when it comes back in from the analog chain. So all the bits of gear you just saw, it'll run through those, come back in, and then I'll add some final digital clipping and limiting, and this will be the end result here. So there you go. That's just a super quick overview. And it's really just so you can get your head around all the different steps that we'll be able to look at and hear throughout the mastering process. And I haven't actually prepared any kind of mastering video for this because it's taken me so long to get OBS set up or with the new computer, with the camera, the overhead stuff, the screen capture, the voice recorder, and then being able to actually record the analog chain and all the different steps without hearing multiple copies of it. That took me ages to figure out, but it's there now. So yeah, in future videos, we'll be looking at all this kind of stuff. And whether you're an artist or an engineer or just someone curious about how records and masters are made, I hope these videos are going to give you something really valuable to take away. And if there's something specific you'd like to see, whether it's how I set up my chain, how I approach dynamics, for instance, or even the philosophy behind my mastering decisions, let me know in the comments and I'll always do my best to answer questions and make more videos for you guys. So that's it for today. I'm really excited to start sharing all this stuff with you. As always, I hope you're well. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.